Okay, this is what you're going to create, and it's made up of multiple parts. It means you're going to actually bring parts from other files, but to start with, I want you to start a new drawing. So go to File, New, and click on Part. Okay, blank screen, and this time going to create it in the front plane. I'm going to draw a circle 35mm in diameter. Just give it 35. My computer's running a bit slow, I've got far too much open. Let's see. Okay, and I'm going to draw another circle on the outside that's a 70mm diameter. Okay, let's do a diameter there. Wasn't far off. 70. Okay. And then I'm just going to draw from that point there, get my computer to there. So it's not picking up on, there it is. And to that there. And I'm just going to trim that there, and I'm going to put a dimension on that line there of 45. Okay, and go to Features. Okay, and I'm going to extrude boss base, and I'll keep it the default of 10 degrees. Okay, right. Go to File, save that part out, and I'll just save over what I've got already. So call it lug, or lug 2 as I've got. Save. And then start another new drawing once it's done all this. There we go. So that's that part, so that's your lug. And I'm going to File, I'm going to go to New, Part, and then OK. And there we go, blank screen. And this time I'm going to sketch in the right plane, and I'm going to use the rectangle tool. I basically want a square that is 70 by 70. So let's just put in there 70. Okay, and next one, that one there. I think I might have to restart my computer. And 70 there. Okay, and then again, go to Features, go to Extrude Boss Base. Come on. And 10mm. Okay, so I now have two parts. You could call that plate if you want, but I'm going to keep it in the same sketch for now. So what I want to do now is bring the lug in and attach it to this. So you've got another option here. I just want to show you before I go into that. You have got a direct editing tool in there. Didn't have this years ago when I first started with SolidWorks, but you'll need that up in a moment for that. So go to Insert and go to Features. Sorry, not Features, that's from the previous one. Go to Part, so Insert Part. I'm going to go to Lug 2, and you can see Profile sits there. And there's all sorts of different things you can add in here to bring in the parts. It brings in all that history. So you're transferring everything you've created. Now I've actually inserted that away from that body because it's also got to locate part. So I've got translate or whatever. So that's to move, or I can click on constraints where I can actually mate the part. So I want to mate that surface and that surface, and you can see that actually pops over. Okay, so I add that in, and I also want to have that point there and that point there. It's exactly the same as you do with assembly. I'll just add that in and give that a green tick. Now if I go to my direct editing menu, what I can do now is move copy, and it's that part I want to move and copy, but you can't do that because I'm still in the mating box. So I just go down to the bottom here to rotate translate, and I actually just want to shift that across to about there. I'm not going to go all the way to the edge because I want to sort that, and I want to click the copy, and if I go to the constraints it disappears. Okay, now let's just see if that works or doesn't work. If I click on that point there and that point there and add, okay, it just moves that part. So I need to go back because there's no copy tick box on here, or unless there's an option, is there? No. If I go to translate rotate, I just need to copy that across. So if I just take, will it translate that from there to there? No, it won't. So let's just go back. Let's just clear that selection there. So the body I want is that, and I want to move. That's interesting. For some reason it won't pick up what I want to do. Let's see if there's that. So I change that to 2. What does that do? Translate from that point there to... Aha! Right, we can do it. So let's take that down to 1. And give that a green tick. Perfect. So you can actually translate from there. Now what I want to do is round this side. Now I could copy those and take them over. We'll try that and see what happens. So move copy bodies again. So when I've done this in the past, it sort of reverts back. So what I'm going to do is just copy that and that one, and I'm going to pull that over to about there in position. Now if I go to translate, let's see if I can actually turn this around without it reverting back. No, it reverts back. That is a shame. Okay, let's try it that way. Let's just see what that does. Let's change that to 180. I've got copy in. I'm going to cheat here. I'm just going to tick that, and what I'm going to do is go back in to move copy bodies again. I'm just going to pick up on those 2 there, and I'm going to pull that out to there. Okay, and I shall do that again. Move copy bodies. We may need a little bit more practice on this. I very rarely use it as well, so I'm just going to rotate that round. That is to 90, spot on, fantastic. And I'm going to try and translate this time from that point there to that point there. No, it doesn't want to do that. Okay, so let's just tick that I've got that in the wrong orientation. Let's just escape, Control Z. What you'll notice also is I copied those bodies, so let's just go back in, move copy bodies, take that one and that one, and let's just move that from there to about there, and let's just give that a tick. Okay, and what I forgot to do there is translate the body, so let's go back in, let's go edit feature, and let's take the copy off, see what it does. Okay, perfect. So if I now go in to move copy bodies, select those 2, okay, and let's rotate around, make sure that's 90 degrees. Is that going to do my 90 degrees? Computer, come on. Yes, it's done it that way. Brilliant. And let's see if translate works this time. from, oh, there's a slight anomaly there, and I think, what does that 35 come from, that rotate? You can see that there is not quite right, so it might be because when I pulled that across it wasn't quite square. Let's just see what we can do, if we can translate from, pick up that end. I'm going to go back. Let's mate. Okay, go back to translate. I think that's slightly twisted. Let's have a quick look on my viewpoint. It's just taking far longer than anticipated. No, that looks fine to me there. Okay, let's just do that translate round to 90. I got 90 there. Okay, and I'll give that a tick. I've done the copy again, so let's just go back in, edit, and untick the copy box. It's quite good these mistakes are coming up because it just shows you how to correct the mistakes, and SolidWorks actually is more about correcting than doing anything else. Forget I just said that, but be on that move face, move copy bodies. So I want to move both of those. Okay, and I want to translate from that point there to that point there. No, let's do it this way around. Move. Let's see if I can do that point there to that point there. Perfect. Okay, so we now have, well, finally got our lug in position. Do watch that and just sort of learn from the mistakes that I make. Now what I need to do now is go to the insert menu, go to features, and then go to combine. And where we've been doing sort of subtract and comment in the past, we want to add. So I basically want to select all of these, which I've done, show preview, and it shows me the complete part. And what you might notice is that at the moment I've got 5 bodies in there. If I do the green tick, or when I do the green tick, you can now see that's gone down to 1 body on there. Now the other thing you can do here is that, say that there I had a 45 element on there, I can change that say to a 60. So what I'm going to do is actually put a radius of 8mm in at these points. So if I go to fillet, and again I can do this in direct editing on that, let's change that to 8, and let's just do that one there and that one there, and go round, do that one there and that one there. Okay, makes it a far neater job. And then if I go to fillet again, and I'll put a 2mm fillet on the outer of all of that, perfect, and I can just do that, picks it all up, and there you've got your finished part. However, shall we now go back in? I'll just put a little bit of perspective on that just to give you a sort of a more realistic view. I want to go back in and I want to change that length there. So what I can do is go to my lug, which is the part that brought in the one I want to change, and I want to go to edit feature. Okay, and I've got a load of aspects in there, so that's the one I want to edit, but it won't allow me to do that. So let's just try, well, we are there. That feature, I beg your pardon, is actually when I put it in, so I actually want to edit part, not feature. That's my fault. So if I go to edit in context, that's that part there. It then brings the part in for me. I then go to sketch, and I want to edit sketch, and I want to change that dimension there to 60. And if I magic, it will change once the computer catches up. Okay, I give that a tick. And because it's open the part, I don't want to close it because it's open anyway. If I just go to my control and tab key, I will go back into the part that we were doing. And what you'll notice is in a minute, there's a little traffic light system up on the lug. Now that's the rebuild. So if you go up to your traffic light on the top menu, click on it, rebuild, and therefore you see it stretches out. But what it's done there, or maybe I didn't select it before, let's just have a look. It's actually lost that fillet, that second fillet. I didn't select it, so just go back, edit that feature, and click on that, and there we go. And that's the part finished, and where it's changed from 45 to 60. Now the whole idea of that is just to show you that you can actually do parts in other drawings and actually bring those in with the history, which you can see on there. The stuff here, the combine the fillets, are actually in the new drawing, and you can save that out as another part from that. It may not be useful immediately, but it will be useful later on, you know, for bits and pieces that you actually do. So that's the end of exercise 4, and I'll go on to exercise 5.